I'm gonna work through a kettlebell pull under. So we're gonna start with it just off to the side. I'm gonna be in a tall plank position. So shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Feet are gonna be slightly outside of shoulder width to start. And I want the hips to be nice and flat. Okay, so there's a couple key points I want to point out here before we start. When I'm in this tall plank position, I would rather my hips be slightly up in the position that they're at now, rather than that back be arched down. So a little bit of butt up is totally fine, as long as it's not too much. So if I can maintain this position throughout this movement, that's great. As soon as I start to sneak into here, maybe we're a little too heavy with the kettlebell, or maybe we just widen out those feet a little bit more to get that hip into the correct position. So all that being said, what we're going to do is start with it about belly button, maybe just below the chest where that bell should be aligned. And then we're going to reach across to the opposite hand, keep the hip nice and still, pull it straight across, side to side. I always like to push through the floor with whatever hand is on the ground, so that way I have nice support. Now with this, I'm trying to minimize the rock of the hips. A little bit of rock is okay. You might see those hips moving just slightly, but I want to think a little bit more like a shift, side to side, one side to the other side, working with my 3 points of contact rather than shifting those hips. So let's say I grab this bell and I go to pull it and my hips automatically start to shift over. That might mean that bell's just a little too heavy. So pick your bell wisely, pick something that allows you to keep nice square hips but challenges your core at the same time.